Hey everyone, and welcome to Atomic Reviews. Today we're taking a look at the latest issue of Bullseye News. Alright, so as we dive into taking a look at the latest issue of Bullseye News, I do want to point out I just got back from the North American Championship as well as the US Darts Masters, which this is the program from that. I believe you can order them from Bullseye News. Just go check out their website or shoot them an email or hit them up on Facebook. I know that they had some extras of these. They did print this really nice piece here. So we're not reviewing that. We are reviewing the magazine or the newest issue. Alright, so before we actually open the pages of the magazine and dive into it, I had the opportunity to sit down with Rick and his wife this past weekend at the US Darts Masters. And we got to talk a little bit about the magazine and a little bit about themselves. So they acquired the publication about 3 years ago. The magazine is kind of just was in, I don't want to say dormant, but it was just kind of sitting there for about 2 years when they went ahead and acquired the publication to bring it back to life. What's really interesting that this particular publication is one of the longest running publications in the world, and I found that to be extremely interesting when you think about all the other publications out there. As far as a consistent publication, this is one of the longest running print publications in the world. Thought that was extremely interesting. Also found out a little bit about them, their love of the sport, and I'll tell you, Rick can talk darts all day long. He loves the sport. Really nice guy. Really had an enjoyable dinner with him, getting to know him more and understanding his love of this publication and his love of darts in general. So just a little bit of insight there. Really did enjoy sitting down. Hopefully next time, he was extremely busy. He was doing all the photos for the PDC during the tournament. I'm hoping to catch up with him next time and actually do a full interview. That way we can ask him some questions and give you guys even a little bit more insight into those that are running this publication. One of the other interesting things in regards to this publication, that if you've ever published anything or written something or tried to get it out, especially on a time frame or a deadline, what I found very interesting is that when they took over the magazine, they kind of let it run for an issue or two and found that, wow, there was just a lot of junk stuff out there. So they brought a lot of it back in-house, and they're producing this themselves. They're doing the layout. They learned how to publish a magazine, and they're literally publishing this thing themselves, and I find that to just be a big kudos to them for doing that, because I have worked in a magazine environment before and I know what the stress is like with that. With that said, if you've got an article or something that you would potentially like to see in the magazine, they're open to having people supply decently written stuff, nothing negative or negative in a positive sense, but let's not attack something or somebody. But if you've got something to say and you think it would make for a good article, they would be open to receiving that. You can certainly find them on Facebook, and if you go to their website, they have an email address there. All of that will be listed down below as far as contact information for them. But if you've got some good information or something, maybe there's a tournament that you've got out there that you know about, or you want to talk about a tournament and you've got pictures of winners and stuff like that, they're always open to working with darts tournaments that are out there, as well as if you've got just a really good article about somebody or something in the darts world, they'd be willing to at least look at it and see if it fits within the magazine. So just wanted to give you that. Let's go ahead and dive in to the magazine. We're going to open it up and kind of go page by page. We're going to take a quick look at the article on Eric Bristow, and then they've got a couple other neat little articles in the magazine itself. And let's dive into it. Alright, so here we have the cover. Again, this is kind of a farewell issue to Eric Bristow. This could unfortunately be the last time that he graces the publication's cover. He has been on it previously. Get into this, typical first things we've got. Here was the the PDC returning the US Darts Masters, which is a great tournament. Highly recommend that you go find that on YouTube and take a look at that. A nice ad here by Horizon Darts. And we get into this. We've got a really nice article here from the publisher, Rick Smith, and really good little article. I recommend taking a read of that. People tend to look over what the publisher has to say, but a really nice article there. Another nice advertisement, Trish. I'm a big fan of Trish's. And then first thing in the magazine is a really nice article by Tyler in regards to the Peter Wright Mamba 2. It's basically just a product review, which again, I'm hoping to do one someday for them. They actually mentioned that if I wrote one up, they would consider it. So we'll see what happens. But really nice look at the Mamba 2. So if you're interested in those, take a look at that. And then a little introduction to some new product. And I'm really interested in this. This is the Laser Bits by Laser Darts. And I'm going to pick up some of the product here and actually do a product review on that soon, because I'm really interested in what they're doing here. Basically, you can kind of build your own dart. It's like a build your own dart, which to me is kind of really interesting. So we'll be talking more about that and actually taking a look into it. And then we get into some bull shooter tour results, and we get into that, and I won't go too in depth in that, but you'll can read into that if you happen to play in the bull shooter. That'll be really interesting for you. And then a really nice article on darts down under. So we've got darts in Australia, and basically this was the first homegrown televised darts event, the Pro Darts Showdown, and it was a series. There were different tournaments in different areas, and actually Phil the Power Taylor came along and played in some of the tournaments. So nice article on what's going on down under. Definitely worth a good read. And then we get into the Desert Darts Classic. Make sure if you're in the Nevada area that you sign up and go play that one. That's got a nice little payout. This is the other thing I wanted to really kind of get into a little bit. This is the Guru, Scott Cole. This is a new article for them that they're going to be doing in each issue. Basically, Scott Cole is going to be talking about something in regards to darts, and they're calling it the Guru. And a really nice read. Not going to tell you too much about it because I want you to read it, but a really good look at who he is and what they're going to be doing with this. That is new and something that you'll be seeing in each issue of the Ben. And then we get in a little advertising there, but then we dive into the actual main thing for the magazine this issue on Eric Bristow and kind of a farewell to him. Really, really well done article. And if you didn't know, Eric passed away a month or so ago, and will definitely be missed in the darting community, and he was kind of your larger than life darts player. Recommend that you give this a read. Very well done again, and there's actually a tribute from the PDC for him, and then it goes into some of his accomplishments, but they would need the entire magazine to kind of run down what he did for the game of darts. So really nice article there, and then we get into a little bit more advertising. And I do recommend that you check out the advertisers. I mean, these guys help keep the magazine going, and I do recommend that you take a look at some of these things. There's some interesting pieces there, or items that are available. Then this article, which I found very interesting, so the Harrows Barbados Darts Festival. I've heard some really interesting things about this particular tournament. Would love to play it someday. I could always go and use my horrible writing skills and do an article for you guys if you want to send me. Just throwing that out there. But apparently they've got a whole new format, and there's a new organization team. So if you happen to do this particular tournament or have some interest in it, a really nice article on that. And then more information from Laser Darts on the Laser Bits, just an ad for it, but it talks a little bit more about what that is. Again, some more ads. And then this right here, this is an interesting article, and I got an opportunity to also talk with John Raffa. He wrote a book called Darts Play Like a Pro, and I picked up the book while I was at the tournament, so I'm reading through that right now. I'm going to play around with it a little bit. We'll do a review of the book itself and actually show you some of the techniques that he goes through. So we're going to do that, and I've actually talked with him about potentially trying to do something a little more in depth with it. I want to play in the Nationals, the U.S. or the North American Nationals next year. I didn't this year. I want to play next year, and I was talking with him about taking the book and using it to prep for playing next year. You're taking an entire year and kind of going through his book. It is a 200-page comprehensive book on darts itself, as well as practice techniques and mind, how to get your mind into the proper way, into the way of thinking of darts, and the numbers, and where you need to be depending on where your opponent is at. So interesting book, really nice gentleman. Had an opportunity to talk to him in length about the book and what he's doing with it. And his heart is to really get the information of darts and how to play darts out to the general public. Available at bullseyenews.com, so they do have the book there if you're interested in picking it up. I think it was $30, so not too expensive. Really nice book. Again, we'll be doing a review on it soon, but a really nice article, and I think he's going to be doing more articles in regards to, you know, the Play Like a Pro, and so you'll be able to get some more out of it. Go side. Oh, and then this article. This I thought was really interesting. I could sit here and talk forever in regards to this. So this is Nelson's column. It's the walk-on girls. So apparently the PDC got rid of the walk-on girls, but every time I watch a tournament outside of the U.S. Darts Masters, which I was bummed about, there's been walk-on girls, and then there's been cheerleaders, and so this article dives into a little bit about all of that. I thought it was very interesting as to the thought process as to why or why not for walk-on girls, why or why not for cheerleaders. But what I've noticed this year is that we typically have walk-on girls. At least most of the tournaments that I've watched seem to have them. So I don't know. Do we have walk-on girls? Do we not? Someone answer that one for me? Just comment down below. Let me know. Do we or don't we? I'm completely lost on that one. But very good article. Quite enjoyed the read. And then we get into a little bit more in regards to tournaments, and then some more advertising. Magic Man Sports Apparel, which is by A to Z Darts. Really nice jerseys. I actually have one of their jerseys. Recommend that you take a look at them. And that's pretty much the magazine for you. All right, and there you have it. There's a quick look at the current issue of Bullseye News. Recommend that you run out to your local newsstand and see if they've got it. If not, ask for it. Also, head on over to their website, bullseyenews.com, and sign up for a subscription. They've got a 1, 2, and a 3-year option available there for you, as well as a lot of other information of things going on in the darting community and past issues that you can go ahead and order. All right, thanks guys. This has been another review by Atomic Reviews, and I'm Matt. Catch you next time. Thanks.